Hi everyone, Renata here from Crafty Renata. Before we get started on this video, I still want to wish you a very happy new year. Happy New Year from me. To start off the new year, well, I am going to make a junk journal for 2026. So I'm still working in other junk journals throughout the years and stuff, but I had this idea to make one specifically for 2026, sort of like a year in pages, like a memory book type of thing. So today I'm going to be making the cover, and I thought, why not, let you craft along with me or watch. This is going to be the cover. Yeah, well, I'm still gonna, decorate it. Let's start by just opening this up. So this is going to be my spine, which is easy. I'm just going to use the box as it is. I'm obviously going to cut off these flaps and then maybe cut it a little bit more. Let me first. It might not be straight just yet, but that's okay. Because I'm going in again anyway. It's just to get rid of these flaps, and then we'll see if I still need to do more. There we go. Flaps are gone. Let's check. So this is a straight edge. We know that. So now I'm gonna just take off just a little bit more to make sure my edges are nice and straight. All right. And then let's do this one. It's pretty straight, but just a little bit. Let's not cut our fingers because I'm great at that, at always cutting my fingers. Let's not do that. This looks pretty straight, actually. I don't think I need to cut that. Let's see if that's good. Okay, this edge needs a little more, a little extra trim in the center here. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I do want it to be, somewhat. Okay, that's good enough. Even though it's a junk journal or a treasure book or a memory book or an art journal or a scrapbook, whatever you want to call it, it's kind of all of those things for me. But I'm not just using junk. I am using things sometimes that people would consider junk, like this. But for example, I have a vision of what I want to do for this cover. And for that vision, I did buy a piece of fabric instead of using fabric that I had. So I got this beautiful small piece of fabric. It should hopefully be enough. And I just love it. It's like boho, oriental kind of thing. I love it. I love the colors. I love the patterns. I just love it. Now, it's definitely going to be big enough to do it like that, but like this. But I kind of want the pattern to be horizontal. So let's see. It would just work, but only barely. This was kind of what I had in mind, but it's not quite big enough in that direction. Actually, it would work. Wait, let's grab some clips and see. Let's put some clips to see what happens. Let's try it out just to make sure. Do I have more of these? Here we go. And then, that will work. I'm still gonna do it horizontally. That's what I had in mind. I don't even need to clip this. This is what I had in mind, and yeah, I'm still gonna do it this way. So I'm gonna use some fabric glue. You could just use something like tacky glue or all-purpose glue. any type of glue you want, but just make sure it'll stick really well. And since I have fabric glue, why not use it? Because we are using fabric after all. So I'm just gonna put some on here. Enough, but also not a crazy amount. Let's see how far this gets us. I'm gonna use a little glue spreader. Yeah, I'm gonna need more. More glue. More glue. There we go. I need to work rather quickly so that it does not dry before I can put it on there. I feel like a child doing this. Remember how you used to do this in kindergarten? Like with these spreader things? Oh, and then you would get glue on your hands and you would eat it. You would like bite it off your fingers. No? I swear everyone did that. Or was it just me? I don't know. I've always been a little different. Back then, you know, in the olden days before tablets and things like that. Oh, I'm aging myself here. All right, I think that's gonna be probably gonna be pretty good. Let's see. All right. Now, okay. And then we're also going to be doing this. And this, just to see. Yeah, all right, that's good. Oh, if I do it completely, then I don't even have to put paper inside. But that's gonna make it more difficult when I'm binding the pages, because it's gonna be more fabric, although whether it's paper or this thin fabric, it's not going to make that much of a difference. I could actually do that. That would be very pretty. To do it all the way around. I've never done it like that before, but you know, there's a first time for everything. I do have enough fabric. I might actually do that. I'm feeling bold this new year. Let's do it. Let's do something new together. Do I even have enough fabric glue? I think so. I think there's still more downstairs, and otherwise I can finish with tacky glue. That's fine too. All the way around. Ooh. And then I used up my entire piece of fabric. I'm sick of pushing on this. There we go. Let's not hurt our hands. Let's just work smarter, not harder. Oh my gosh. So how has your new year been so far? How has it been? Mine has been all right. I've had something exciting happen. I got new couches for my living room, which probably doesn't interest you at all, but you know, we got to talk about something while we're gluing here. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. It's very different, but I'm loving them. All right, let's fold this neatly. And then here as well. All these threads. And then, should I cut it off or will I glue it? I think I'm just gonna glue it. I think that might be the easiest. Usually I just do a little flap here and then I cut like a slit here, and then I, like you cover a book, you know? Well, this is a book cover, but you know. And then I finished the rest with like patterned paper with cardstock. So I'm just doing something else now. because why not? All right, something like that. It doesn't have to be perfect. There's gonna be paper in here. You're not gonna see all the details, but you know, it does have to be somewhat neat, even if it's just because I want it that way. I wish I had a big piece of fabric like this fabric. I love it. I would love to make like a skirt or a dress with this fabric. Well, not if it's this thin though. Then I would need to put another layer underneath, like a white layer or a pink layer or something, because this is very, very thin. My first crocuses are actually starting to not bloom yet, but they're there. I can already see their little heads poking out. So I just can't believe how fast time is going, and that, you know, before we know it, spring is going to be upon us. And I can't believe that Christmas and the New Year have already come and gone. I just can't believe that the holidays have already come and gone. It's true what they say, the older you get, the faster time seems to go. It's like, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's not fun. It's like I'm constantly sort of running behind everything. I just cannot follow. I can't keep up. Am I gonna cut that flap? No, actually, I'm just gonna glue it. We're gluing it all anyway. Like, just keep gluing then. It will definitely be sturdy now with this extra fabric on the inside as well. So, yeah. Okay. All right. That's already looking half decent, right? I am going to put a couple of clips on here to hopefully help it stick here. That might work. But I hope I don't glue my clips to the cover. That's a concern. Just give it some help here. Actually, let's just do them the way they're supposed to go. There. These could use some help too. So while that's drying, I'm already going to start making a couple of charms to go on the side of the spine. So I'm going to put one of these on the side of the spine on top. And then I'm going to put one of these on there. So that it's like that, or well, actually like that. And then I'm just going to put a couple of charms that will dangle on the side of the spine. And then it will be easy to just take those off whenever I'm working in my junk journal so that they're not in the way. If necessary, it might not be necessary, but so that's kind of the idea. My thin wax cord is here. So that would go well. Lighter blue, maybe. Maybe one of these. One of these. We'll see. And then this kind of goes really well with the colors, but maybe it goes too well so that it's not visible enough. I think I might go for this one instead. Or this one. I think I might go for that one. That one is also my least favorite to make an earring out of or something, so I think I'm gonna go for one of these. Maybe a couple of these in between, because these are very pretty and they go well with the style. A couple of tassels maybe. So definitely a small pink one, maybe a bigger, or maybe the blue. I think these two, maybe, we'll see. And then I wanted a couple of these. These are so gorgeous. So wooden beads, some of these. Just a couple of those. Can you tell what this is from? All right, let's just grab, well, definitely a purple one. You know, I'll cut something like this off and then we'll see how long I actually make it. All right, let's do this color. If we have the different colors, then why not, right? Tie it on. I'm leaving a little tail so that I can stick that into the next bead so that it's tucked away and neat. And if it doesn't stay, you can always add a little bit of glue to it so that it does stay. If it doesn't stay the way we want it to, then we need to make it stay. We need to lay down the rules. Like, if I tell you you're gonna stay, you're gonna stay. Okay, I do think I need some of those other beads. So we're sliding this over. Now let's add one of these coppery beads. Oh, let's slide that one in here as well. Maybe a brighter one. Let's put that one in here too. Maybe some black. Maybe one of these. Awesome. It's already getting dark outside. All right. Awesome. Oh, that's already going to be really cute. That's going to really add to it, even though it's just such a simple thing. It's just going to add some interest and movement. That's already kind of blue. Let's go for more purple then. All right, I think that's probably long enough to my liking. Let's see. I'm going to put it about here. I think that's going to be good. And then, how am I going to finish it? I haven't even thought about that. Yes, I have. I had thought about that. I was going to do those. I don't have them here. Let's see. I was going to use some of these colored jump rings. Let's just grab it. And then you could just close it like this. Isn't that neat? It's very handy, actually. Very practical. So I might first do a little knot. I want to put it fairly close to this last bead here. There we go. And then another one. And then I'm going to attach it. Oh, it's actually not perfectly closed yet. There. Now I'm just going to tie it to this jump ring. All right. And then I'm going to cut a little tail off and then try and see if I can still force that tail in here. There we go. So that's one done. All right. Wait. We'll just do the same thing as with the tassel. Just put the little butterfly on here. Tie a couple of knots. I think I'm going to make this one shorter than the other one. Those stars might look nice as well. Ooh, how about some of these springs? These are fun too. Boing, boing. Yeah. Boing. Yeah, I'm gonna stop now. Boing. I'm easily entertained. Can you tell? Maybe some of these. Maybe this one. And then we're gonna just feed that through that tail end. There we go. Maybe just a black one. This is a little, it has a bigger opening. That's gonna be a little easier, hopefully. Yes. So yeah, this is gonna be, I'm gonna go for some color now. Well, this is all color, but some brighter color. And then maybe one of these. Oh, I was gonna go short, right? I shouldn't go very much longer than if I was gonna go for a short one. And now I will add this one. And I think I'm gonna end it here, actually. Okay, so let's tie some knots. And then we're gonna add another jump ring, another colored jump ring. And then I think I'm gonna do just one more sort of charm, and then that will be enough. And then, ooh, what happened here? That was not my intention. There we go. And another knot, just so that it's nice and secure. A little tail. And then, oh, right, I put one of these. Oh, it is going through, that's good. One of these small beads as a last bead, but I forgot I still have to put the tail through. Well, the tail's already through the small one, but maybe let's go through the coffee bean as well. One more, because my favorite number is 3. Maybe I'll do a golden one. Actually, I'm gonna do a third one because this is just gonna have this wax cord tail because it doesn't have a charm in the bottom. So maybe, yeah, maybe this. And then a purplish one, maybe one of these. Then a brighter one. Let's see, is that too much? No, that's actually fine. A yellowy one and a copper bead. Maybe I should do this one just slightly longer than this one, but shorter than this one. Oh! Okay, this one did not want to cooperate. It's on the floor. Oh, right, the stars. Maybe I'll still add a star to that. Okay. But I do want another knot just to make sure it stays put. Come on, one more. One more and we're good. I would use my teeth usually, but then you can't see what I'm doing. So I usually just use my teeth. Now, will we get this little tail in here? Let's see if this wants to. There we go. There we go. So these are done. We can already put them on if we want to. So on one of these gourd, what's it called? Or should I put the big one in the middle? Maybe I should put the big one in the middle, in the center. Gourd paper clips. That's what they're called. No, safety pins. That's what they're gourd safety pins. Sorry. I was thinking about paper clips, but they're actually not. They're not that. Look, that's gonna be pretty. It's the next day, and as you can see, our cover is nice and dry, ready to continue to be decorated. And I'm gonna start by adding some ribbon, and I am thinking about one of these 3 ribbons. And at first I was thinking about doing this ribbon, but those colors are so different that I don't actually like it that much. Now this is really wide, but I could just do this, which would look really nice. I could also do this, but I like it more like this. Or I could do this or this. This is a little bit more understated, I guess, but I do think it goes really well. Even though there's no black in here, the other colors do come back, and I put a couple of black beads on the charm, so it kind of ties it together. And then this one is just more bright and kind of more happy, I guess. But it's a very different vibe, so I'm kind of torn. I think either way it's gonna look really nice, but let's see. I also want to add some of these shisha mirrors. What would look... Oh. I don't know which colors I'm going to pick yet. I'm just putting some on to have an idea. I think both look good. Then I was also thinking about adding some of this, but to just cut a few of these little flowers off and put them in between the mirrors. Color-wise, this color and this color go well together, but the mirrors go well with the mirrors here. So I think both look really good, but I am leaning towards this. So I think I'm gonna not, think about it too much. Let's add some of these mirrors to see which colors I'm gonna get. And instead of just doing it on the front, I think I might actually go all the way around so that, it looks really nice and you have it on the side as well. The back is less important, but if I do it on the side, then it's kind of weird to stop here, then I might as well go all the way around. Or should I just stop here? Is that weird to stop here? I mean, I can do what I want, it's mine, but I think I'm gonna go all the way around. I think that will look really nice. This is not a straight edge, so I'm gonna have to cut that to a straight edge, but let's do it. I also noticed that you can see the word here, the Odie's word, but that's okay. This is the back anyway, and I can put something over that if I really want to. We're gonna go in with our textile glue again. Let's put a bunch of glue on here. We really want it to stick nicely. I might have to go and get one of my other bottles of fabric glue because I am running out here. But let's just use it up first. Okay, I think we're good. Okay. I'm gonna do the mirrors towards the bottom because I think that will look the best. Line it up with the edge here on top. Okay. I also have to see that it will fold nicely. I didn't mention that before, but the fabric glue is white, but it does dry clear, so I don't have to be careful with it. I think I'm gonna go in with my clips again, just to make sure they stay where they need to stay. It will help. And I'm gonna grab a little bit of glue here and just go over the edges so that those don't fray. Line it up, cut it, and then just... There we go. Now that won't fray anymore. All right, so that's one side done. Now let's do the other one, because I am going to do one in the bottom as well. So one on top, one in the bottom. I think that's going to look really good. Obviously, I'm going to lose some of my pretty print here, but I think this does elevate it quite a bit. So yeah. Will we be able to manage with the last one of what's in here? That's the question. I think we might be able to manage. We're getting it. Oh, what am I doing? I didn't need to glue the whole thing because we had some left. It wasn't the whole width I needed. Oh, well, that's all right. Then I'll just have a, you know, a more sturdy piece of ribbon because it's already been glued. I just realized, you know, I didn't need to glue the whole thing. This way. Yeah, that's gonna look really good. And this time, I'm gonna put clips on it immediately, which is gonna be a little bit easier. And then with the last little bit of glue, and let's see, we can already add some of those shisha mirrors if we want to. And maybe some of these as well. So let's see. Definitely this purple, the pink. There was, yeah, this hot pink somewhere. This dark green was in here somewhere. The lighter green as well. There's even some yellow in here as well. Maybe I should just do every color. Am I still missing a color? Is that everything? Oh, we still have this lighter blue. Oh, that's in here too. I think that's all the colors. And what is this white thing here? That's some of their glue, I think. I'm scared that if I take this off, it's gonna be all messed up, but at the same time, it doesn't look quite right. That's better. Okay, I don't have to put all of them, but we'll see. And I am gonna cut a couple of these off and see. Let's start with one or two and see if I think that's too much or if I like that. I do kind of like that actually, but maybe cut down on the mirrors, maybe not as many mirrors. Something like this, maybe? Oh, I have to remember that I want to put something here. I want to put a closure, so I can't put anything too close to this side. So maybe like that. Or maybe just the slightly darker colors and just this one light color. Yeah, I think it's better to not have too many mirrors. And then the 2026, do I want to put that here or on the spine? That's also a question I have to ask myself. I think I might just put that on the spine, actually. So I do like this, but I will be adding these closures. Okay. I do still have some fabric paint that I put in this little bottle with this really thin needle type tip, which is very practical for when you need to do, oh, my label is coming off, for when you need to do finer things. That's just a little nicer to do it this way. So let's put some on and glue these little decorative elements on there. First, I'm gonna cut off these little itty bitty pieces of string so that you see none of that, because that's not very pretty. Oh, I love this cover already. It's gonna be so good. I look forward to starting working in it, but after I finish the cover, I still have to do the signature, so all the pages in the book, which I'm also gonna show you. Not today, but one of the next couple of days I will do that. And then I can start working in it. Because 2026, we're already a month in, you know. It's time that I can start working in it. These little mirrors, I had been looking for these for years. I still love that, but I can't find any anymore. I used to love the clothing that had these little embroidered mirrors on them, especially, you know, in those Indian clothing stores and stuff. You would get these, you would have dresses all with these little embroidered mirrors, not embroidered, these crocheted mirrors. I've always loved those. I used to wear them a lot, but then I couldn't find any more clothing like that. It's like it suddenly just disappeared. And so I went looking for these little mirrors, but I didn't know what they were called. And I had been searching and searching for years, and then suddenly I found them somewhere online. And I'm so happy that I found them and that I now have them. I'm gonna buy some more because, you know, you never know. If that listing goes away and I can't buy any more, then I would be very disappointed because, yeah, I do want to put some on my clothes as well. These eyelets are obviously little flowers like my cardigan. And yeah, I think they're really cute. They don't have a flat backing. They just come like this. So I've done it before. You just put them both in like that and then push this and it works. But first I'm gonna cut a little hole in here. That's not gonna be super easy, but I am gonna do it. And this is the right size because it's still on the size that I used last. Yeah, it's the right size because I had used it before for this and I measured it. So this is, as you can see, perfect. Speaking of measuring, let's have a little look. I don't even know how big we made this. 23,5. Dat is ongeveer 11,75. Not in the middle, but a little bit closer to this line. So about here somewhere. Okay. Ugh. Getting there. All right. Let's see if it will come out already. Not really. Oh, here we are. We have a hole. We have a hole. All right. That's good. So that hole doesn't have to be perfect, although I am gonna go through it again, but on this side, because no, why do you keep coming undone? Okay. Now I'm gonna go on this side again as well. All right. Okay. There we go. It's out. And then I'm just gonna put a little dot on the other side so I know where it needs to go. We're gonna put this through. All right. So then we put this little thingy in here. And then we're gonna put the other one like this, or the other way around. It doesn't really matter. We could put the bottom one on here as well so it doesn't move. Let's do that. And then we just line it up. And then you just press. I'm gonna press really well. All right. And there we go. That's secure. And now we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So let's start by making this hole. Let me stand up, that's easier. No, it's not going through. What you also sometimes want to do is just poke this because, yeah, so that it falls out, because sometimes that can cause problems. Oh, I think I used up all of my strength on the first one. I can't, it's not sharp anymore. That's so weird. Actually, let me try this one instead. Nope. Nope. All right, let's just poke a hole in it. Wow, I can see why. That is really sturdy. I could just do this. That works. I mean, if my strength doesn't, you know, if I'm not strong enough, then I just do it some other way. You don't always have to be strong to get things done. Let's try and push through. All right, that's through. And now this one. Oh, don't fall off. They should make this magnetic, although this wouldn't stick anyway. And now I do have to give it a really nice, good squeeze. All right. There we go. That's done. Ooh, I lost one of my mirrors. Yeah, I shouldn't have done this while it was still drying. That was the moss green one. Where did it go? I don't know. Let's grab another moss green one. Here we are. I might have to add a little more glue to that though. I should just, you know, let the ribbon and the mirrors and everything dry first instead of continuing. I might add a few more paper clips here because I do feel like it's moving around a lot while I'm continuing working on it. That's also just not a very good idea. You shouldn't do that, but you know, who's got time to wait for it to dry? We still want to continue, right? So that actually looks kind of fun. Like this. Not that I'm not going to keep those on, obviously, but it looks kind of fun. I don't yet know what ribbon I'm going to use as a closure. This was the one I had in mind actually, but I didn't know if I still had any, but clearly I do. So let's see. Ah, yes. I don't think I need to look any further. That's going to be the one. That's going to be the one. Yeah. All right. I'm cutting it quite long. I'm probably not going to need it to be that long, but better a bit too long than not long enough. So and then I'm just going to tie a knot and another knot. And then I'm going to feed it through. And then I'll do the same on this side. I'm just realizing by putting these in and the holes and how hard that was, that sewing my signatures in will probably be a little bit tricky, but and then I still have to put the dangly things on here and our year 2026. Either I want to grab some cork and wood burn the cork and then put that on here, or grab some metal and metal stamp the year. And I actually think that last thing would be nice because I do have some light pink metal for metal stamping. I think I'm gonna metal stamp it. And actually, where did I put my dangly bits? Here. I could even just make it another charm with the year and then just put it on here. I think I might do that actually. I think I'm gonna go for the pink. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the pink. Will I do a star or a banner type of thing? This is kind of big, isn't it? I think this would probably work better. Okay, I think if I go right underneath, that's just about the size. Let's have a little feel. A little bit more. Like that. Let's just try it. It might not be perfect from the first try, but that's okay. We can always try again. Now you are gonna shake because the camera is attached to the table, so I'm sorry about that. There's not a whole lot I can do about that. Oh, I haven't done this in a long time. I don't remember how hard I have to. Ooh, that's very hard, but that's okay. Not that hard, but if I have already done that one so hard, I might as well do the others equally as hard. Ow, that was almost on my fingers. You can tell I haven't done this in a while. Yeah, you don't have to hit so hard, but I'm going to continue to hit so hard just so that they look equally as indented. All right, and then our 6. Okay, let's have a look. I actually don't mind that. It looks industrial, which is kind of weird compared to the Oriental stuff, but it's good enough. I need to be less of a perfectionist. I really do. Let's just go in with a permanent marker just so that you see it better. I don't have this dark pink yet, do I? Nope. So I'm gonna do the dark pink. I'm gonna need to go and get pliers. Yes, can I do it without pliers? Probably not. Well, it's closed, but it's not perfect. There. No pliers needed. And now we have our year. And now let's hang this one. Oh, that's gonna be cute. Somewhere here, I think. About 5, so about 2.5. That's what I thought. So we'll just put a hole in here. Make the hole slightly bigger. Now I'm gonna grab this split pen and poke these two through and then bend them like this. Now we can add our charms. Here we go. Okay, good. So our cover is pretty much done. This has to dry, obviously. I could glue this in so that it doesn't move. Let's grab our fabric glue again and just go in with a little dot here and a little bit here perhaps, and then just put it like that. A little bit of glue here and there, and then So that can dry, and then tomorrow I will take the clips off and I'll show you again without the clips. So here it is without the clips. I'm very happy with it. I enjoyed making it, and I do hope you enjoyed watching me make it as well. I also hope I will see you in the next video where I add the pages to this cover. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!